yogis. Today's class is going to be one that's centered around gratitude or appreciation in celebration of Thanksgiving this week. It is going to be a gentle flow. As always, practice ahimsa and make the necessary modifications as needed. Anything I say is just a suggestion. So let's get started in Shavasana, corpse pose. We're going to lay down on our mat, take our palms facing up, roll one shoulder back in the next, and just find that nice slow deep breath in. Pause, nice slow deep breath out. Inhale gratitude, pause, and exhale out what no longer serves you. Any negative energy. This might take multiple rounds to do with your breath. Inhale, think of something that you're grateful for regarding your body. And as you exhale, let go of any judgments, any expectations of how your body needs to perform for yoga. Take another nice, slow, deep breath in. Appreciating your mind. And exhale any negative thoughts, any negative inner voice. Replace it with a positive, compassionate one. Another nice, slow, deep breath in. Finding compassion and gratitude for what is in this present moment. And exhale out any negative energy you might be feeling, being pulled from the past or the future. Take another nice, slow, deep breath in. Turn over the palms and exhale, turn your head to the right. Inhale, bring the head back up towards the center. Exhale, over towards the left. Inhale, bring your head back up towards the center. And then bend one knee and the next. Scooping and engaging navel to spine. I'm going to take the arms up overhead. Exhale, float the palms back down by your side. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale it. Using your breath as a guide to initiate your movement, and exhale, float on down. Inhale, positive energy. Exhaling what no longer serves you. Just let it all go. Last one, inhale it. And exhale down. Inhale, both knees in towards the chest, and then flex the feet and lower back down. Heel and ball and toe of the foot. Begin to engage navel to spine when you have that return, so that way you're safely practicing some core emphasis, but also you're not bringing yourself any back pain. Flex and lower on down. There's the engage of the navel, a little core, little hip flexing. 4 more. Inhale up. Flex. Exhale down. Last one. Inhale up. Flex. And exhale down. Arms and legs together. Inhale up. Flex. Exhale down. Almost as if the hands are puppeteers of the knees. Inhale up. Exhale down. Last one, inhale up. And exhale down. Turn the head slowly to the right. Inhale back up. Exhale slowly to the left. Inhale back up. Arms up overhead. Exhale down. Knees in. Flex, return, together, up and over, and float back down. Last round, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one knee and the next. Take the knees in a circle. Body should be feeling pretty warm by now. And then change that rotation and then change your breath. And then allow the knees to drop over towards one side, coming into a reclining twist. Option to look the direction your knees are going or the opposite way. You can also just keep your gaze neutral. Take about one more round of breath here. Begin to take that top leg, extend it out and flex. Little pulses up and down. Inhale up. Exhale down, feeling that activation on the outside of the hip around the IT band. 2 more. Last one, using your breath again. Inhalation swoops that top leg in, brings it on up and over towards the other side. Finding that twist and just holding there for a couple rounds of breath. Then begin to take that top leg, extending it out and bringing it up and down. Dorsiflexion, trying to keep that heel in line with the hip. If you need to bend the knee to make that happen, you can do so. Shoulders are relaxing towards the mat. Last 2. And then inhale, bring it back up. Bring the knees back up towards the center. Should be towards the center of your mat if you've had to adjust and move around. Begin to inhale the right knee in towards the chest. Take the hands around the hamstring and extend that leg up towards the sky. Bend the knee. Straighten leg press. And then hold there. Option to take hands around the hamstring, calf, or peace fingers around the big toe. If you have peace fingers around the big toe, you can bend the knee, just draw that shoulder down. If you have the hips coming up or the chin doing funky things, this might be a little too intense. Practicing that at Ahimsa and just come towards the hamstring. Be aware that we're not grabbing anywhere near the knee. You can even place the hand on the opposite hip just to gauge what's going on with it. And on your next exhalation, begin to rotate that leg out towards the side. And you can be holding onto the calf, or you can also be holding on to the hamstring. You can even choose to straighten out. We're in the beginning of our practice, so for me, I'm coming at this at a 70% just for injury prevention. So honoring and gauging how your body is feeling. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, release on down, and just roll out that ankle. Rolling out the other direction. And then switching out. Bring the hands around, leg press. And then hold. Either hands around the hamstrings, calf, or again, peace fingers. Again, you can bend that knee, you can place the hand on the opposite hip, and then just gauge how your chin is reacting. That's gonna let you know, okay, I might need to back off of this. I'm gonna avoid putting any pressure behind that knee. At the end of that exhale, rotate out towards the side. And inhale, bring your hand back up towards the center. Extend the leg, bring it on down and roll into the ankle. Roll into the ankle the other way. Modified yogi bicycles. Extend and hover both legs, engage navel to spine, and just alternate the legs for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hug both knees in towards the chest and drop over towards the side of your choice to come up to a comfortable seat. Sitting crisscross applesauce on your mat. We're going to take the hands towards the shoulders and we're going to draw circles. They can be small circles, they can be big circles. We're going to do this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch that rotation now forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax the arms on down, just feeling that warmth in the shoulders. Draw the shoulders up and down and draw one ear towards one shoulder. And then change your breath, change that rotation, chin towards that shoulder, different area of the neck. Find length in the spine and then exhale, drop chin to chest and roll on up. Same thing other side, except we're going to switch which leg is in front in Sukhasana. Drop the ear towards the shoulder and hold. Change your breath, chin rotates over towards that shoulder. Find length through the spine, tuck chin to chest. Inhale, rolls on up. Bring those hands back towards the shoulders and we're just going to lightly twist from side to side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the arms right where you're at, little circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Switch, go the other way. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turn the palms down, take the thumb inside fist, little circles of the wrist. Change your breath, change that rotation. Turn your palms towards the side of your mat and just begin to take your one palm fingers back while your other palm fingers go forward. And as you do that, drop your ear towards your shoulder and then switch over towards the other side. And then come back to center, release those hands on down. You're gonna make your way to a tabletop position. Hands are underneath the shoulders, knees hip distance apart. Inhale, reach the chest forward. Exhale, round. Inhale, forward. Exhale, round. Back to a neutral position, adding in child's pose. Back on the exhale. Inhale, forearms press down. Move on forward, cow, cat. Change your breath, press back. Palm down and forward. 2 more times, moving with your breath. And it might be faster or slower than my verbal cues, adjusting as necessary. Last one, we're going to stay in our child's pose. We're going to take our knees out wide, big toes touching, and extend the arms on out. If you need to, if your child's pose is looking more like this with your sit bones up in the air, begin to take 2 fists stacked on top of each other and meet at your third eye. That's going to level that off and make it less of an inversion. Reaching those hands on out, up onto the fingertips, roll the shoulders back. So this is option 1. Option 2 is to plant down through the forearms, bring the palms together and press back. Reach the elbows out further away, feeling that stretch through the upper arms. Balasana, child's pose. And returning, finding one thought of gratitude here. Next exhale, release the hands back down. You're going to make your way onto the belly, coming into a Sphinx pose. We're going to have it so that way our elbow is in line with our shoulder. We're going to press our forearm down. We're going to try and keep our chin parallel for right now. Option to hold here. So if you're feeling any compression, take the legs out wide. That's going to relieve any lower back pain. Otherwise, we're going to be flossing through our nerves today. We're going to be looking up in the sense that our chin is parallel, so we're not going to crank on our cervical spine. We're just going to stop here. This is the up position. And then we're going to look down, tuck chin to chest. So when we look up, we're going to lift up one of our legs off of the ground. And when we look down, we return the leg back down, and then we switch over to the other side. Looking up, lifting one leg, and then looking down. Two more, one on each side. Last one. And then turn the fingertips towards each other, coming down, forehead to forearms, lifting up the legs and just windshield wipe from side to side, dropping the ankles on either side. And begin to release. Bringing the feet closer together, hands right underneath the shoulders, and then lift on up back into that tabletop position, adjusting on your mat as necessary. Drop the toes under and lift back to downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet. Begin to take the right leg up towards the sky. We're going to turn out those right toes. We're going to pivot back onto our foot. So option here to just stay here and just circle the leg, or we're going to lift up and we're going to come up into a modified almost side plank here, and then lift the hips on up and reach the arm up and back. Bend back into that back leg, lift on up, boop, back to that same starting position, three-legged dog, and then back. Lift up the left leg now, bend the knee, turn it out, pivot back so that way you can land on that back left leg, lifting the hips up, reaching arm up, bringing it back down to pivot back on up. Take that left leg and slide it in between the hands, lower into a low lunge position. Setting up, making sure that your knee isn't going past your heel, fingertips in line with toes, chest reaching on forward, and hold here for 2 rounds of breath. Begin to walk the hands back, coming into a half of a half split. When you walk back, you want to make sure that your knee isn't going kind of like mine is doing right now. It's not really in line with my hip. So I might have to adjust that front leg just a little bit more, so that way when I press back, my butt isn't going past my knee. So I'm going forward, might take that back leg back a little bit, so that when I'm there, I can also come up and then just move back towards the hips if being down on the ground is a little too much. So we're gonna come 2 more. Again, you can have your hands down and just walking back and forth. Kind of what we did laying down, we're just doing in more of a crouching position. And then begin to lift the hands on up, reach the arms up overhead, interlace the fingertips and bring it to the base of the skull, and allow the head to come into the hands. And hold here. Nice deep breath in, exhale, release on down. Take the back toes lifting on up, bringing it back and back into downward facing dog. Take the right leg up, exhale. Take that right foot, plant it in between hands, drop that back knee. Setting up that proper knee alignment here. Taking 2 rounds of breath here, really reaching that heart forward. If you have blocks are great as well. And then walking back and forth between your half split and your lunge. Last one. I'm going to inhale, reach the arms on up. Interlace the fingertips, bring it back to the base of the skull, and take the head into the hands. Exhale, release on down. Tuck the back toes under. Lifting on up to the top of a push-up and back into downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet, begin to walk the feet on in. Begin to roll on up vertebrae by vertebrae. Begin to take the legs out wide, straddling your mat, coming into a warrior two stance. So we're going to bend into one knee, knee over that heel. The other leg slides on back, parallel with the backside edge. We're going to inhale, shrug the shoulders. Same thing we did seated, we're going to do here. So we're going to have our palms face towards the side. We're going to make sure that our knees are staying at a 90-degree angle, tracking over the middle. Toes. Fingertips reach back, and then fingertips reach forward on one side. And then take one ear towards the shoulder, and then switch. Two more. Last one, bring it there, flip that top arm over, reverse that warrior, bend into that front knee a little bit more. Come back towards the center, evolve angle. Forearm to the thigh. Finding a nice long edge from the pinky all the way to the pinky toe. Inhale, come back up. And switching over towards the other side, bring the hands to the hips. Toe turn in, other toes turn out. Warrior two. Knee, 90-degree angle. Back toes pivot on a 45-degree angle. Arms reach out. Palms face forward. One reach back, one reach forward, ear to ear. Two more, one on each side. And then reach the palms down. One flips over and reverse that warrior. Coming back, extended angle. There we go. I think I called evolved angle on the other side. Gratitude for humbling experiences and humor. And then come back up, bring the hands towards the hips, bring both toes in, roll the shoulders back. Interlace the fingertips behind the lower back, bend the knees slightly, and fold on forward. Allow those arms to come up overhead. Maybe you're rocking from side to side. Release the hands on down. Find a little bit of length through the spine as well as the legs, and then fold on forward. Maybe even walking the fingertips on back. If you have a headstand practice, you can insert that there. Or you can just stay at finding length here, or even coming up onto the fingertips. What I do want you to play with is finding that balance between the ball of the foot and the heel. So often in this pose, we're either too far forward on our toes or too far back on our heels, and we want to find that equal balance. If you're floating your legs up overhead in a headstand, returning back to the ground, you're going to walk the hands on over, so that way you're pivoting off and you're now into a high lunge position. Drop that back knee. Hands are now on the inside of the leg, coming into a lizard pose. You can choose to stay here. You can choose to come down onto your forearms. It's entirely up to you. The main thing here is that we want to make sure that our knee isn't going past our heel. Begin to draw that foot back in towards the center of either hand. Lift on up, press on back, chaturanga, or press back into downward facing dog, pedaling out the feet. Begin to inhale, right leg on up, and then swoop the other leg out in front. Drop that back knee, lizard pose on the other side. Knees are going past the heel. Come down onto the forearms, or you can stay there, reaching the heart forward. And your next exhalation, begin to tuck the back toes under, lift on up, bring that front foot in between the hands, press on back chaturanga or press back in a downward facing dog. Then begin to look in between the thumbs, either drop the knees or bend the knees and lightly hop back into Sukhasana, easy pose. Nice, you guys. Inhale, shrug the shoulders. Exhale, draw the shoulders down. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Take one arm down, reach on over. Inhale, reach on up. Exhale, reach on over. Inhale, reach on up. And exhale, reach on down. Shrug shoulders and draw down. Bring yourself towards the front edge of your mat, making sure that you have enough room and space for your head and torso, and folding on back. Hugging knees in towards the chest and rolling from side to side. And then change direction. Planting the feet, planting the palms. Inhale, lift the hips on up and hold. Interlace the fingers behind the lower back, just what we did with standing wide angle pose. Press the pinky edge and the forearms into the ground. Lift those hips on a little bit higher. Feeling that glute activation. Slight inversion here. Bridge pose. Exhale, bring the hands on down, seeing that the knees are nice and parallel. Exhale, roll on down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Begin to take one knee in and the other, extend through the leg. Boop, boop, boop. Can move back away from the wall. And then 10 more yogi bicycles, just like we did at the beginning of the class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hug both knees in, extend the legs up towards the sky. Bring the knees apart, coming into a variation of happy baby pose, whether it's holding on to the hamstrings, calf, or reaching around for the outside edge of the feet. Let's rock from side to side. Coming into any other postures you feel that you need for your yoga practice before settling into Shavasana, corpse pose. Allow the feet to turn out to where it's comfortable for you, palms face on up. Rolling one shoulder back and the next, and just begin to close down the eyes. Allow all the noises from outside this room to disappear. And begin to take in the sound of your heartbeat, sound of your natural spontaneous breath. No more counting. Relaxing all muscles from the crown of your head all the way to the tip of your toes. Softening and relaxing muscles of the face. And wiggling jaw from side to side. And relax all muscles surrounding the spine, going from your neck all the way to your tailbone. Upper and lower arms relaxed. Right and left thumb, pointer finger, middle finger, ring finger, and pinky finger relaxed. Upper and lower legs relaxed and all 10 toes. The whole right side of the body relaxed. The whole left side of the body relaxed. Allowing the whole body to relax. And find 3 thoughts of gratitude. What are you grateful for? Allow one of those thoughts to be one for yourself. Having some self-compassion. Changing a negative narrative to be a positive one. Having one of those thoughts, it would be about someone, a friend, a family member. And have one of those thoughts of gratitude be something about your yoga practice. What are you grateful for in this moment? And when you're ready, bring back movement to the body by wiggling fingers and toes. Taking in the sounds around you and gently flick open the eyes by blinking. Blinking a couple times. Flowing one arm up overhead, bending one knee, and then next unfolding over onto the side of your choice. A nice fetal position, just taking this time for yourself, allowing the body to adjust. And press into the earth to come up to a comfortable seat. Hands at heart center or hands on the thighs. Thank you. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your yoga practice. The light in me honors that positive light within each and every one of you. Namaste and happy Thanksgiving.